Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whatever it is, it depends on the time you are watching this video. I am Armin Bilyala Cadiz, and I am going to be your teacher for today's topic. And the topic we are discussing is about the new literacies, functional literacy, and multi-literacy. So for our learning objectives, let me read it for everyone. Discuss new literacies and their impact on the teaching-learning process. Next one, describe a multiliterate teacher. Thirdly, define functional literacy. Next, cite how functional literacy and new literacies can be integrated in the curriculum and practiced in the classroom. And fifth one, draw relevant life lessons and significant values from personal application of functional literacy. And sixth, analyze a research abstract on a new literacies and their implication on teaching and learning. And number 7, lastly, make a project plan or action plan that represents functional literacy and action. Okay, and at the end of this video, you should be able to do those learning objectives. Are we clear with that? Okay, now let's move on. It says here how a person or a student can be called literate. Based from the UNESCO, the students should or can read, write, and comprehend simply because those are essential things or literacy in our everyday lives. So a student or a person should possess those literacy. But aside from that, we have now lots of literacy. That's why we are going to talk about the new literacies. In the year 1950 and 1970, nagkaroon po ng development when it comes to the literacy. When we say development, hindi po naalis yung mga una nating literacy, kundi dinagdagan ito at lalo pa pong pinaganda. Sabi nga dyan, both operational and functional was established. Okay? And the definition of the literacy has a little change according to Guns. It is now defined as reading and writing skills for activities in modern society, because we can't neglect that we're in the modern world or in the contemporary world. In the year 1990s, nagkaroon po ulit ng pagbabago, which is ang literacy po ay naging diversify na sa technology. When we say diversify, ito po ay naging konektado na. Sila po'y nagsama na, the literacy and the technology. It means that everything that we do using technology are now part of literacies. That's why literacy became multi-pasted. Diba? Ayan, multi-pasted. Marami ng muka. Kasi hindi na lang siya basta pumapatak sa simple reading, writing. Now, it has something to do na with everything that a person or a human can do using technology. That was 1990s. But in the year 2025, Altun said that literacy was being used in various types such as computer literacy, technology literacy, internet literacy, and also media literacy. Diba? This is a product of technology from 1990s. Nagkaroon tayo ng technology na na-utilize natin, then it became our literacies, and then nagkaroon ng computer, technology, internet, and media, and that is also part of our literacy. Sobrang dami na. It is because everything is innovating, including how we utilize those new product of technology in this contemporary era. Next one, now, based from this slide, it turns out literacy became our lifestyle because it is connected now to us, to every one of us, simply because, as I said earlier, we can't use it, or we can use it interpersonal. We are now going to have a socialization, and also intrapersonal. We can use it all by ourselves, and now these are the new literacy that evoke when we utilize it is part of our lifestyle. Information literacy, including information literacy, it is our ability to share and grasp information. Yan, nadagdag na po si information literacy. Kanina si computer literacy, technology, the internet, and the media literacy. Now we have the information literacy. It is our ability to share and grasp information, which are part of our daily living. Diba? Lagi tayo nakikipag-communicate. Then, we should know, or we should have this literacy, the information literacy. Parang siya ay sapilitan. Hindi, kailangan talaga. Kasi we can't live without having any information about the things. Kasi information contains everything. And next one is the cultural literacy. When we say cultural literacy, it has something to do, or it talks about human, then culture is also there. Kasi may tao, ibig sabihin may culture. At ang culture ay para sa tao, at ang tao ay para sa culture. It is vice versa. It is our awareness of our own and others' culture. Hindi lang pwedeng sa sarili mo. You must know the other culture for you to be aware. Then, if you have that knowledge, that specific knowledge, and then you utilize it, and then you can call literate, cultural literate. Okay? And lastly is the universal literacy. This literacy is for all the human in this entire universe. From the word itself, universal. It's for all. For instance, our lingua franca, which is we are able to speak and able to communicate using English, that we are universally literate. Then we can be called universally literate. And now, it says here in this quotation, it is the whole summary of the definition of literacy. We can now see the development of our literacy from reading and writing up to specific purposes in a particular context in our lives. Kasi nagsimula lang siya simple reading, writing, and then nagkaroon na ng development, nagkaroon ng pagbabago, nadagdag si technology, naging diversify na si technology kay literacy, and then dumami na yung literacy natin. And that is our new literacies. That's why it is also called as multi-pasted. Hindi lang siya for reading and writing. It is for everything now. And now, according to Lansher and Nobel 2006, they said that in literacy, it includes social-driven activities. What are those? Those are the things we use in socializing, and also there's an involvement of pattern, because from general, like writing and writing, we come up with specific literacies in lots of activities, such as writing correspondence, records keeping rather, and inventories, posting announcement, reporting, etc. 'Di ba? Nagkaroon ng pattern, evolvement pattern from specific to from general rather to specific. Okay? And next one, according to them also, based from this slide, they say that literacies intend to generate and communicate meanings through the medium of encoded text within context of various discourse. It means there's a connection between communication and technology. Kasi we are now interpreting or generating the information that we have on that specific conversation or communication by means of, or by the use of, technology. But according to Kress, literacy can only happen when having a kind of potential content through interaction within the text. Kailangan nagkakaroon kayo ng interaction. Sinabi niya lang naman, if meron ka talagang kinalaman doon sa isang bagay na yun, then you must know it to become literate. If none, na wala kang kinalaman for that specific fields, kahit di mo yun alam, you're still literate for a specific literacy, siguro. Pero, pag gusto mong gayahin si Dr. Jose Rizal that he knows not everything but most of the language, then siya ay literate pagdating sa language, the universal language, and also yung pakikipag-communicate niya. Ang dami niyang napoposes na literacy sa kanyang pagkatao. And if you're fan of Dr. Cecil, then practice. Okay, and let's move on. We have here the term in this slide, the coding system. And this coding system, it has something to do with the code that certain person know if they are in the specific field. Like for example, in biochemistry, if I say I want to drink H2O to the other people, I will say I want to drink H2O to the other people. They may not understand it. But if I'm on that field, then I should or I must know it to be called literate. Because nandun ako sa biochemistry, then I have to know that specific words because that's my field. And if I don't know that word, the other person from that field can call me illiterate. Okay? Okay, now let's move on. Based from the Primary English Teaching Association, Austria in 2015, they said that in the 21st century, literacy has expanded to include social change because it is phenomenon, 'di ba? Laging may nagbabago, including yung feelings niya sa'yo. Joke lang pa, just kidding. And also, the other thing is increasing field expertise kasi nagkakaroon talaga naman ng mga makabagong fields, and lastly ay ang mabilis na pag-evolve ng digital technologies. Kasi like for example, for instance, the iPhone, 'di ba? Every year, if I'm not mistaken, ay palaging nagkakaroon ng evolve yung cellphone, nag-upgrade, nagle-level up, the things, the iOS or the iPhone operational system yata yon, or something like that. Hindi kasi ako literate dun sa mga technology iPhone na yan. But still, I have some knowledge about it. Then, yung pag-evolve nung iPhone na yon, di ba sobrang bilis? And if you are going to be part of that literacy for that specific fields, then dapat mabilis ka mag-grasp ng information to be called literate. Kasi sobrang bilis talaga mag-evolve ng digital technologies. Sobrang bilis. Paano? Sobrang bilis. Ganon. And to be literate, it requires comprehension, selection, use of multimodal codes, ayan nga yung sinasabi sa inyo codes kanina, and conventions to interpret and express ideas, feelings, and information, di ba? Dati, ko-comprehend mo lang, babasahin mo, and then comprehension. Ngayon, ang dami ng bagay. There is application, convention, may mga multimodal codes na, nagkakaroon ka na din ng selection, di ba? There's an big interpretation, okay? And next one, we have here the term specific subject literacies. Sabi dyan, it depends sa subject mo gagamitin or kung saan subject mo gagamitin ang isang language. If you are a teacher, then meron kayong mga words na alam mo lang pero di alam ng iba kasi you are an expert on that specific field. Sabi nga, subject-specific literacies, ito for example, sa mga researchers, they have the term research design. If I don't have that knowledge and I'm not taking that subject na research, then I don't have any idea about what is research design. Baka maisip ko ay Hello Kitty, Barbie, 'di ba? Batman, yung mga ganong design. But in research design, if you have the knowledge, then research design, it has something to do with your instrument, 'di ba? Kung anong design, kung anong ginamit mo doon sa yung research, not the design of the PPT itself. Okay? Now, literacy in the 21st century therefore demands the ability to perform and act confidently, efficiently, and ethics. Sabi dyan, ability to perform. Yan, may piniperform ka na. There's application, there's action, and act confidently. Just like, sino bang Miss Universe na? I can't remember na act confidently. If you're not confident so much with that specific things, then act like you're confident, 'di ba? And efficiently, okay? And ethics, dapat lagi pa rin may attitude. Call you with a wide range of written and visual print, live, digital, electronic text types according to purpose. It depends on your purpose. The increasing complexity of modern communication give rises to a number of distinct capabilities and possibilities. Now, sabi dito, on our next slide, ayan, 21st century literacy combines cross-curricular capabilities, also called multi-literacies, and now commonly referred to as a new literacies. So, yung pong ating mga new literacies, they are new literacies nga po, and madami sila, but they are also called as multi-literacies kasi nga, madami, multi, okay? From the word itself. This broad skills include visual literacy, information literacy, the cultural literacy, and the digital literacy dynamics. So, next slide. These new literacies are fused with traditional print literacy to create opportunities and enable students to understand and use new text types while exploring knowledge and information with wide array of technological tools such as blogging. Ayan, nagagamit na din natin siya for knowledge, information, technology, sama-sama na dyan, blogging, fanfic writing, manga producing, meming, photoshopping, yan, nagagamit din natin siya sa Photoshop, pag-i-edit ng makinis na mukha just like now. Merong filter yata itong cellphone ko. Ayan, and also anime music video or the AMV, the podcasting, broadcasting, gaming. Oh, this is very self-explanatory. Running a paper-based sign, reading literacies novel and wordless picture books, reading graphic novels and comics, and reading vast timetables, diba? This is from the Primary English Teacher Association Australia, okay? Yan po ay diniscuss nila. Okay, that's are part of the new literacies. And then next one, based from Lender, 2003, new literacies are often flexible, continuous, and open, where online and offline lives. Yan, ayan. Even if it is online or live, sadyang continuous, open, flexible, napakadaming pwedeng gawin inside those technology para ma-called to be illiterate. Okay? And meron tayong word ditong interacicapes, if I'm not mistaken with my pronunciation. Then, based from the internet, that word simply means it is the process of repeating a sequence of action or step to achieve a desired outcome or result. Ibig sabihin, nag-merge na ito, pumasok itong si Eterascapes na yan, Eterascapes na yan, ayan po ay ibig sabihin ay may process of repeating a sequence, parang continuous din, pero ito may sequence na sinusunod kasi may ina-achieve ka. Parang if you are going to have an examination next week, okay, then meron ka ngayong gagawing pattern or sequence of action. Like for example, gigising ako ng madaling araw kasi yun ang effective na pag-aaral ko. Gigising ako ng madaling araw, and then pagkagising ko ng madaling araw, dyan po ako mag-aaral, and gagawin ko siya everyday hanggang ma-achieve ko yung aking desired outcome or result, which is the desired outcome of this is to give new literacy para hindi po tayo ma-called na illiterate. Pero I think, based from my opinion, aside from this report, I think literacy is somehow connected with learning. It is unending, an infinite, kasi parang sa pagdami ng alam mo, sa pag-unti na nalalaman mo. Do you get my point? Parang pagdami ng literacy na nai-evolve, pagdami ng tsansa na maging illiterate ka. Okay, parang something like that. Okay, next one, let's discuss the 7 new literacies. And first one, we have the multicultural literacy. Multicultural, it has something to do with the understanding of ethnic groups that comprise the population and focuses on complex issues of identity, diversity, and citizenship. It has something to do with your culture and others' culture. Pag ikaw ay, you can easily identify that is ganyan-ganyan. Pero without discrimination ha, kasi may ethics tayong sinusunod when it comes to culture. Multicultural literacy ay yung kaalaman mo, broad ng kaalaman mo about culture mo and others' culture. And yung mga issue like identity, para mo makikisala mga ethnic groups na yan, the diversity, yan, the citizenship, yan. If you have those knowledge and then you can fix that, edi multicultural literacy. Next one, we have the social literacy. Very self-explanatory, di ba? Pero I'll be reading the definition here based from the book. It is the development of social skills, knowledge, and positive values in human beings to act positively and responsibly in sophisticated complex. So, ito po ay hindi lang basta ikinakipag-usap. Kailangan ay may sense naman. Yung sabagay pag nonsense sa pakikipag-interaction mo, hindi ka nakakapag-share ng positive values or like napaka-nega mo, wala ka na itutulong to the development of the society, then you're illiterate pa din. Pero when it comes to this literacy, kapag kakaya mo nang i-handle the social things or the things that are part of the society, then ng maayos, and then you are literate in that specific literacy, the social literacy. Thirdly, we have the media literacy. Ayan. Youth, yung mga kabataan yan, even the late boomers rather, ay involved na din sa media. And it is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, and create media. Facebook, Messenger, Twitter, those part of media. And kapag na-utilize mo, sabi nga dito, access, analyze, evaluate, and create. Kailangan ikaw ay hindi lang basta ay pindot ng pindot doon, ayun, scroll, shared post, ganyan-ganyan, without having the idea, ano ba talaga yon. Tapos, like for example, yung pag-accept mo ng cookies, term and policy, check ka na lang ng check without reading the whole thing, di ba? Edi, hindi mo alam kung anong kaganapan inside that media platform. So, you're illiterate, okay? Pero, if you have the knowledge to read that thing and then you utilize it, diba, in a good way, in a positive manner, then you are media literate. Okay, next one is the financial literacy. Yan, mga pera-perang yan. Hindi mo marunong mag-manage. Pagkakakain ng merienda, sanggip naman. Something like that. And based from the definition here, it's the ability to make informed judgment and make effective decision regarding the use and management of money. Ayan. Hindi lang bastang may pera ka, ikaw financial literate na, di ba? Sabi sa financial literacy, kailangan informed judgment, ability to make effective decision regarding the use and management. When we say management, yung maayos mong naano yung pera mo, o di ba? Hindi mo lang siya basta gastos ng gastos, you are aware sa mga gagastusan. And the next one, we have the term or the other literacy is the digital literacy. It is the ability to effectively use digital devices for purposes of communication, expression, collaboration, and advocacy in knowledge-based society. So, ito naman po ay parang connected with media literacy, but this is a general or the tangible things. Like, for example, the computer, the cellphone, the tablet. Ito po yung pag-utilize mo nito. Kung ang laman nito ay mga Facebook Messenger na ni-utilize mo, then it is part of media literacy. But when we are talking about digital literacy, ito po ay yung pag-aano mo lang ng mga digital things, yung mga gadgets ba. Okay. And last two po, the ecological literacy. Yan, economics, ecosystem, yan. It is the understanding the principles of ecosystem towards sustainability. Ecological literacy, parang ito po, it has something to do with loving Mother Earth, having the knowledge how to properly what we call that, segregate trash or garbages to nabubulok, di nabubulok, something like that. Parang yung knowledge about pag-aalaga kay Mother Nature, sa ecosystem natin, yung mga pagpapausok, pagsusunog, something like that. If you are having the knowledge or the idea about that, then you are ecologically literate. And lastly, but not the least, is the creative literacy. It is the ability to make original ideas that have value and the ability to see the world in new ways. Ayan. Sabi, original ideas. 'Di ba? You are creative in your own way. But hindi siya natapos doon. That have value. Hindi pwedeng you are original with your ideas but sorry to say na it is less worthy. Parang ganon. Walang value. Parang ganon. I simply but I think you are not literate sa pagiging creative kasi kailangan ito ay may value. If aside from it is from your original ideas, then may value dapat siya. And kailangan ay nakikita mo daw yung world in new ways. Kunwari, for example, ang Taal ay magkakaroon ng mga lumilipad na kotse. Ayan. May value ba yun? Parang upgrade yun or advancement ng technology kasi parang sa susunod baka lumilipad na nga yung mga kotse, di ba? Parang naging creative ka in your own way. And next slide, ayan, nagtuturo-turo itong mga taong to. Yan, the truth of 21st century literacy according to research. Ito po yung tunay. Ito po, it has something to do with the connection na sa ating mga teacher na magtuturo and the future. As a teacher in this modern world, in this contemporary world, so we should be literate sa mga ganyang bagay. Kasi kailangan talaga natin yan. Kasi dyan mas effective yung pagkatuto ng mga bata. So, let me read the text. Since success with technology depends largely on critical thinking and reflection, teachers with relatively little technological skills can provide less useful instruction. Sabi dyan, kapag si teacher daw ay kakaunti ang technological skills, or meron ngang wala, di ka? Ibig sabihin, less useful instruction para sa mga bata ngayon. Kasi ang mga bata ngayon ay nabubuhay sa technology. So, mahihirapan mag-grasp ni student yung knowledge or learning na dapat nilang matutunan. Kasi nga, hindi natin siya na-accompanied with our technological skills. Kailangan meron tayo nito. And sabi dyan, schools must support the teachers by providing them professional training and up-to-date technology for utilization in classroom. Yan. Kaya mahalaga po, teachers, yung mga seminar about technology, how we utilize the technology para tayo maging aware and maging open sa mga ganito kasi kailangan talaga natin siya. Okay? Now, for my last part, let me discuss to you the things or that reveals from the National Council of Teachers of English 2013. Ito sa research na came up sila dito sa 7 na to. First, as new technologies shape literacies, they bring opportunities for teacher to foster reading and writing in more diverse and particular context. Kasi meron nga mga new technologies na mas mapapabilis ang pagtuturo natin ng reading and writing. Sabi nga dyan ay diverse kasi hindi lahat ng student mo ay gustong paupuin mo sa unahan, then pababasahin mo. Dito naman ay may technology na okay, I'll be what we call this, flashing the text. Okay, student read. Unlike dati, suratin mo pa sa board, something like that. There is some traditional teacher pa din, but still, as a teacher in this modern world, we should able to utilize this product of technology kasi ito po ay makakatulong to to make our teaching and learning process easier. Okay. Next one, number two, sites like literature, Voice of Shuttle, online fan fiction, and the internet public library expand both the range of available text and social dimension of literacy. Kasi sabi po dito, sites. Ito po, napakadaming sites sa internet. But as a teacher, we should have the knowledge pa rin po kung ano yung laman ng internet na ipasa-search nating sites. Kasi not everything on the internet or na makikita natin online are facts. Okay? There are some information that are not relevant with our topic, and also somehow hindi tunay, parang ganon. So, kailangan ay mabigyan natin sila ng proper sites kung saan nila kukuhanin yung text para sa pagkatuto. Okay? Sorry if nagtatagalog po ako para lang din maintindihan ng lahat. Okay? And next one, research on electronic reading workshop shows that they contribute to the emergence of new literacies. Dito po sinasabi lang na yung electronic reading, if familiar po kayo doon, if you're going to search that, ay meron pong gumagawa niyan sa YouTube. Makikita niyo electronic reading. Ito po ay parang siya ay nag-i-slide. Depende sa bilis ng pagbabasa ng bata. Basta something like part pa rin ng technology. Next one, number 4, research also shows that digital technology enhances writing and interaction in several ways. Ayan. Okay, I'm not going to explain na yan kasi it is very self-explanatory. Next one, number 5, K-12 students who write with computers produce composition of greater length and higher quality, are more engaged with and motivated toward writing than those who do not write with computers. Yan. May mga nagsusulat pa din naman bata, but still, kapag sila ay nagsta-type, ganyan, sila ay very active when it comes to writing. Okay? Kaya, parang nakakatulong. Pero, ako kasi ay, kung ako lang, nag-opinion. Ayun, kung ako lang kasi I don't like student being exposed on the internet. Kasi parang may mga chat GPT doon, mag-search na lang sila doon for essay writing like that. Kasi minsan irrelevant yung ibinibigay nila. And next one, number 6, college students who keep e-portfolios or the electronic portfolios, ayan, sa AOL, have a higher rate of academic achievement and overall retention rate than those who do not keep an e-portfolios. Diba? Ayan, nag-alarm na. Sorry for that. Then, sabi doon, nagkikip ng e-portfolios. Kasi pag electronic portfolios, kahit mawala yung cellphone mo, basta alam mo yung password ng email mo, then you have the access na makita mo yung mga achievement mo. And they also demonstrate a greater capacity of metacognition. When we say metacognition, it is thinking about thinking or thinking beyond, diba? Reflection and audience awareness. Ayan. And lastly, last na po, next reporter na po si Sachi, and last po namin ay si Khalid. Both typical and atypical students who receive an online response to writing revise their works better than those participating in traditional method. Kasi 'di ba, pag traditional method, it is what it is. Kung ano nasulat mo, that is your work. But when you are having this internet and also having this Grammarly, the rephrase, ganyan, nare-revise mo ng ayos, nagkakaroon ng proofreading, okay? Kaya napapaganda, okay? And that's all for my part. And then, watch the next reporter. Sachi, take over.